Right, we've got Mark White with us just before the Maidstone game, Mark. Obviously, I haven't seen you for a week, so just have a little recap if we could. Chesterfield at home, third favourites to win the league. Oldham away, just come down from the EFL. Quite a hard start in my opinion, but we haven't looked out of place in both games.
No, mate. Yeah, we've done it right. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of transition. You know, if you look at tonight's squad, so when you include sort of Jason, Pryor and Fogden that have gone, Ed Harris, Nicky, Barry Fuller, Jimmy Mewett, Matt Briggs, Dan Lincoln, you know, we're sort of 8-9 boys light from what probably would have been our best 14 last year. So there's a lot of transition going on, new boys trying to learn their roles, players that are getting opportunities. There's one or two players playing out of position at the moment, but it's all about managing expectation.
Yeah, 100%.
If you go into every single league, we all want to win every single game, and we was really disappointed in both matches. We didn't get more out of them, but in reality, it's about finding our feet. It's about, you know, looking at the division, seeing what we need. There's no point trying to compete with the likes of the bigger clubs. In reality, there's no point. Yeah. You've got to find something that, you know,
medium.
Yeah, you've got to find a happy medium that means you can compete in your own way.
Yes.
And the sort of Wanderers style of football, the way we play, enables us to sort of hopefully find a way to compete, much like Sutton did when they won it. You know, Sutton, they didn't have the resources maybe the bigger clubs, but they cleverly done a bit of team building.
Yep.
And
play to their strengths, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So listen. No, in answer to the question, both games I thought we could have done. The outcome could have been better, but we are short of minutes.
Yeah.
The boys have been short of minutes. That have obviously start closing the gap on that now. They're all getting more regular game time. And let's face it, not one team's won 2 games yet in the division.
No.
Which is rare.
Yes.
Very rare.
Yes.
You see that. So 2 games played, not one team's won both.
100%.
Nope, that's very rare. So you're 3 points, if you like, from being on the total which people are on now. Obviously with the whole night's fixtures to go. But so 8-10 games in, you'll know where you are. Obviously it'd be a tough game down here. We know that, and I think that the 2 clubs get on reasonably well, to be fair. Me and Oliver, the owner, certainly do. I think both clubs respected each other's success last year, and you could argue it's a game with that we want to win, but you could argue that both teams are playing under a lot less pressure than they were this time last year
100%.
when they played each other.
Definitely. Going back to what you said about 90 minutes, would you do anything different in pre-season, because you're saying some of the players haven't had a full 90 minutes or just getting it?
Well, yeah.
But that's hindsight. It's wonderful.
No. I ask myself that every year, but I kind of do the same thing every year, really. Is keep them coming up short. Listen, I think the only difference would be that you probably, in hindsight, you can't afford to come into this division at 80% because the full-time teams have been at it for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
But if we look at the stats for the last 2 games, you know, we've had the better possession in both games. I think we've had the most shots in both games. So the stats say we're actually doing quite well, but obviously the only stat we want is the points.
Sure, and it's all about the both 18-yard boxes in football, isn't it? Defending and attacking. The middle bit's good, but they're the most 2 important points.
Yeah, we scored 4 goals in 2 games, and you know, I just think that this is a really fantastic league. To be honest, I think it's full of brilliant players, and I just feel like you never know what to expect. You know, you see Wrexham down at Yeovil and someone sticks it in from 25, 28 yards. And when you watch the goals and the highlights, every single game has got a real quality goal. And that is the difference. It's increments, isn't it? But look, we will find our feet. We'll defo find our feet. And one could argue it's not been a bad start, really, when you look at the performances.
I don't think it is, no,
you know?
100%. Obviously, the back three's a little bit questionable. Everyone's been asking questions about that. You know, should you go to a 4? Should you stay as a 3?
Go to a 2.
Go to a 2. Go rush goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But that's the question you're going to keep getting thrown at you. Are you happy? Because we have been a little bit open at the back sometimes.
Yeah, look, people were asking me that 6 years ago. I've been promoted 3 times since then.
Yeah,
the fact of the matter is that it's what I'm looking for are the players to learn on the job. So they'll acknowledge where they're a little bit open. I mean, look, Morrow gives the ball away Saturday in a way that he never does. Any team in the planet, but like Gerrard with that famous slip, you give the ball away there, your right back's up the pitch. That's not wide open. The players are here to learn on the job, and they'll be acknowledging the little things they can or can't do, keeping the ball in high areas better, so we don't, so we're more compact as a unit, and we're not forcing things, and sort of allowing counter attacks. So there's loads of things they'll learn on the job. If they don't, obviously, then we'll improve the side. But I feel like it's been an all right start, and we are in a big transition, and as always, Gaz, we're not panicking, mate.
No.
Like we got like literally 8-9 boys not there. Five or six of those are in the squad but injured. No disrespect to anybody playing at all, but Fuller and Briggs would be arguably the best right hand side in this division. So but we're not panicking. We don't do that. What's the point? You're going to go out there, start, signing all sorts of players to try and catch the big boys in year one, when you're still trying to, build your ground to stay in the league you're in.
Yeah.
I'm sure the fans are not silly. I know you're not silly. Well, actually, you are silly. This is about having a great season, having lots of memorable moments, finishing as high as we can.
Yep.
And it's about the fans getting used to this level of football. Me, you, the management team, the volunteers. Just enjoy it. We can afford to enjoy it. One promotion every 2 years.
Yeah, definitely.
We can afford to enjoy this, but of course, we want to make sure we compete, and we will compete.
Looking at tonight's game, they're a bit like Dorking. They've only added 2 or 3 players. They've got the core of their team that we've played against many times. So what you're going to expect exactly the same every game. It's been high-scoring games, quite feisty games, everything like that. So same again, really.
Yeah, exactly that, mate. I think it's going to be. They've got a good crowd on their side down here, and that'll be a real benefit to them. I feel like the games between the two clubs have always been close.
Yep.
We've come out on top an awful lot, more than most opponents. But it's early season, and it's like I wonder whether the sort of plan under less pressure makes it even more open than normal. Could do. I don't know. I think this game could go either way. We're finding our feet. They've had a good win Saturday. But I just feel like, for me, the one thing I definitely know is that we are incrementally getting better every game. And 3, 4, 5, 6 games in, we'll start to see a big difference.
100%. Saying that, we've played Chesterfield and Oldham, and we haven't looked out of place. So we can't be doing something. We've got to be doing something right, haven't we?
Yeah, mate, 100%. Yeah, 100%. And not many people in this league know about us. And frankly speaking, if they take us for granted, and we've seen examples of that already, where teams have not really done their own work, then we'll do well. But I'm sure we'll earn people's respect as they see how we go about our business as we go along. But yeah, it is what it is, mate, really. I appreciate the Maidstone fans, by the way, always been good to me, the majority of them. Hakan, who's not here tonight, gutted for Hakan, but I know he's got a commitment at a wedding.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, we got, Oliver, the owner, Jack, Barham, one of our old boys. So the two clubs actually get on quite well, which is great. And it'd be a good game, mate. Both teams living the dream, really, aren't they? Both teams up in the National League now. So a nice little local one, lovely jubbly.
Will that be a little bit of advantage, do you think, or disadvantage for them, because Hakan Mania?
I think it can only ever be a disadvantage, personally, We
played last week at Oxford City, didn't we, that time?
Yeah, when we all celebrated when David had COVID, bless him, with his management team, it can only be a disadvantage, to be quite frank. No disrespect to anybody else. But they've got a great coaching team, obviously they'll be doing their bits. Listen, they're a good squad. They've run this down here really well now for quite a few years, and I just feel like when you look around the league, if I forget us, if I compare the likes of Maidstone, when I look around the division, there's a lot of clubs going to finish below Maidstone. You know, there's a lot of clubs going to finish below them. If I look at their setup and how they go about their business, do you know what I mean? So, club I really respect.
I think yeah, definitely. Right, just going on to the team quickly. Any changes from Saturday?
Oh,
Can you
well,
remember?
yeah. Dan's Gallagher, Cheadle, and what's his name? Philpott. Moore, Jeb, Taylor. So Seeger, Nicky Wheeler, and Ed Harris not playing. Seeger's on the bench. Nicky and Ed have got small. They're being rested. Small injuries.
Yep.
So in comes Cheadle, Dan Gallagher, and Jack Jebb. And see, regardless of those injuries, it's not necessary to play the same team Saturday, Tuesday when your expectations are limited.
Yeah.
I'd rather there's new players we want to integrate like Jebby. There's boys that need fitness. I'd rather at this time of the season get all these boys playing, get them up to fitness, so there's not a gulf between the lads. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
That's the plan.
Right, I'll let you go. Just want a quick say, good to see Jebby on free kicks. I know he didn't work the goalkeeper, but hopefully he'll work the goalkeeper next time he takes
You might as well be on, Gaz. See where it went.
Oh no, mate.
Yeah.
All of them. Anyway, good luck tonight. I'll
Cheers,
speak to you
mate.
later.
Cheers, guys.